ما حينشوف والله ما نجمت غزوني على النسيان وما تعلمت شوفي ما حينشوف جيت نعوم الموج يقلبني عالرملة والله شقلبني
And clarity of Western music. That is, of course, a great little PR read, but it really speaks to the quality of Meriem's voice. She's a pluri-disciplinary musician. She sings, plays string instruments and percussion. She's a polyglot artist who speaks and sings in Arabic, French, Spanish, and English. And her exposure to many cultural influences allowed her to sing in other languages like Romani, Ladino, Azeri, Farsi, and Romanian. She's a new artist, and she has a record coming out with the guest, a producer from last week's summer, Carmen Rizzo. I've been hearing bits and pieces of it, and it's going to be beautiful on many, many levels. She is originally from Tunisia, now is living in Vancouver, and it's an honor to have Meriem Ben Amor join us here on Sama. Hello, Meriem.
Hi. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here. I mean, thanks for being there and being here. We're coming up with all types of ways to describe space. Meriem, I've been listening to your music for a bit now. Carmen Rizzo, who's a dear friend, speaks very highly of you. You're originally from Tunisia, and you have embraced music as your path right now. So that is it's interesting because I've had artists in different positions of their careers, some in the middle of them, some at the end, some changing, but you're in some ways just beginning this journey. So I would love to hear a little bit about your story. How did you come to this place? How did you come to this concept where, like, I'm going to do this? I have songs that I want to sing. I have stories I want to use my talent and my voice to share with the world.
So the love of music started since I was really tiny kid. Like my parents tell me that at few months of age, as soon as any music played, I start jumping and my eyes would lit, and I loved singing and dancing. And the love to the music was started very early, and the journey was my hope was mainly to play instruments. So I was going to music schools and conservatoire to learn how to play flamenco guitar or to play piano. I was singing all the time, but I never had in mind to be a singer. But I kind of felt myself every time I go somewhere to play an instrument, wherever they had a choir, I was invited to participate, and then I get like sometimes solo parts, but that was it. I always enjoyed it, but when I came to Vancouver, there was a huge opportunity, so many open stages and nice bands who welcomed me to share their music, and I started participating in live performances here in Vancouver and going to festivals in Canada, the US, and sometimes in Romania. And I start like performing more often.
And you got your confidence, and suddenly you found yourself in a place where this could happen. First off, yay, Canada. Applaud that country's ability to promote and champion its immigrant musicians and its indigenous musicians. Awesome. Um, and it's also, you had an opportunity. You grew up in Tunisia, but you go to Vancouver, and there's a whole bunch of musicians from all over the world. It's and you're able to play with them. And let's go to the first song, because this one, it's called Shanech, and you're working with a Persian tar player on this one, and so it's an interesting collaboration between two cultures that maybe wouldn't really, I don't know what the Persian population of Tunis might be, or of Tunisia in general, but it's an interesting opportunity to have these musical ideas together. And he sings in is it Farsi? I think it's Farsi. He sings
Farsi,
in
yeah.
Farsi, and you're singing in Arabic
Yes.
in this song. Let's hear this and talk about this a little bit. This is Shanech, Meriem Ben Amor, Ansama.
بر حلقه مویت کم در زن شانه، چون در چین و شکنش دارد دل من کاشانه، چون در چین و شکنش دارد دل من کاشانه.
تحت الرمال
دل در مویت دارد خانه مجروح گردد چو زنی هر دم شانه مجروح گردد چو زنی هر دم شانه بگشا از مویت گره ای چند ای مه تا بگشایی گره ای شاید ز دل دیوانه تا بگشایی گره ای شاید ز دل دیوانه
تحت القناطر محبوبي ناطر كسر الخاطر يا عيوني مهان عليا كسر الخاطر يا عيوني مهان عليا
دل در مویت دارد خانه مجروح گردد چو زنی هر دم شانه مجروح گردد چو زنی هر دم شانه
بتطل وتروح والقلب مجروح ايام عالبال بتعن وتروح ايام عالبال بتعن وتروح
دل در مویت دارد خانه مجروح گردد چو زنی هر دم شانه مجروح گردد چو زنی هر دم شانه.
The song is Kshane with tar, a Persian instrument played by Ali Razmi. How did you guys find each other, and what is the song about?
I met with Ali Rezmi at East is East. East is East is a well-known lounge here in Vancouver who invites artists from all kind of backgrounds and genres, and it's one of my favorite place and actually second home to me here in Vancouver. We have flamenco.
Nice to have a place like that.
Oh, it's gorgeous. It's really, really nice setup. We have a jazz night, flamenco night, Persian music night. And I used to go there just to enjoy the music, but then I met some musicians and they started performing there. And the journey with we're going to talk about it probably later, with the Roma Jazz Ensemble started from East is East as well. I met
Oh,
with
really?
Ali Rez-
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Let's-
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much world music artists in Vancouver love the place and know each other and perform sometimes together there. Sometimes you have a set and another band plays after you, and then you do those kind of like one or two songs together, and it's very, very beautiful place. I met with Ali Rezmi, I think 2011, 2012, and I loved his performance and the music style he plays. And it stayed in my head that I really had to do something else with him. And especially in the pandemic, I really miss my friends, musicians, and I wanted to do something. So when I was recording the upcoming album with Carbon Rizzo, I wanted something with Ali Rezmi. I had to have his beautiful tar and some of his beautiful music in it. And I invited him to play a solo on the album. But then I said, I really want to sing with you. I miss like singing together on a stage, but it's pandemic time. Let's do it the new the new way, the new style. So I had to go to studio with face shields and masks and everything.
Mhm.
Recorded his part, then came home and recorded my part, and we sang it the way we used to sing it together on the stage.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's good. It sounds very healing. like,
It is.
going through this process, which is in many ways one of the reasons that we're doing this process, this work, is that music, especially this music, is a healing music. It helps people, they hear this, they feel this, and they're able to carry on the next day as we're going through these difficult times. And speaking of difficult times, we are also doing a fundraiser right now. All proceeds of our $750 goal are going to go to our Red Cross Lebanon to help the amazing city of Beirut rebuild from the horrible explosion that happened a few weeks ago. So if you can, please, we're working with live streams concerts right now, and there's an easy way for you to do that. And Meriem, thank you for allowing us to do this first effort to raise some funds to support an amazing city and an amazing people. So you're in Vancouver, you're working with artists, you're creating your life in many ways, but it started and in East is East, and it started with this ensemble that brought you to Romania, to Bucharest. And we have this beautiful video of you singing and this whole ensemble singing Gelem Gelem, which is a Romani anthem. I want to Let's tell us a little bit about, like, how did this come about. I want to play this video, and then I want you to give us some insight, because it seems like your time in Bucharest and Romania I don't want to say life altering, but it was definitely one of those journeys where you're like, I'm coming back a bit of a different person than I was before.
Yeah, that is totally true. It's full of inspiration, and it's kind of a dream coming true, because I've always loved Romani music in all its aspects, either like Spanish flamenco or Balkan Romani, all Romani style. I was in love with it since I was in Tunisia. I remember I always had like Goran Bregovic music on and on. And coming to Vancouver and meeting Roma musicians and listening to different styles and genres, because when I was back in Tunisia, I just know Roma for Roma, but learning different styles and different genres, and that Romani from this area is different from Romani from that area,
Mm-hmm.
was very inspiring and very rich experience. And being there, being in Romania and meeting real Roma was certainly very interesting as well.
Awesome. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Let's see Gelem Gelem, Meriem Ben Amor, live on Sama, and we're going to see her live in Bucharest. That's beautiful. You must have had a blast. Meriem Ben Amor here on Sama. Big shout out to STG for helping us put these things together and live streams, concerts. So, what was it like? You're in Romania. You know, that's like an interesting journey. There, you're amongst Roma. You're amongst the gypsies. There are parables and stories about you shouldn't be doing that. You know, I remember when I was growing up in Poland, it's like one day you be a bad little boy and the gypsies will come and take you away. And now I realize that God, it would have been great if they did. They'd learn how to play fiddle and run around. So tell me more. Tell me more about that experience.
For me, the experience was different because they were asking why was I speaking English, because I look like Roma.
Yeah.
so so that was something. It was amazing to find a family that you never met before. It's so warm and so soulful that you felt you know everybody, and you
Oh,
almost never found yourself by yourself. There were always 3 4 people sitting here and there, behind in the backstage, at home, waiting, like to helping you to get a cab. In every possible situation there was a friend, there was a friend of a friend, and it was just amazing. And the most amazing thing, and that's actually a life-changing story in a musician's career, is that I discovered that the event with the Roma is after the event. It's
yeah.
not being on the stage.
Yeah.
The real event is after the event, is when all that makeup is gone and all the instruments comes out, because on the stage you see the band, the setup, what we did for rehearsal, but the real thing was behind the stage when a 13 years old like grab his violin, and oh my god, that virtuosity at that age. And I really have to thank here Maestro Lucky Sercel, the founder of the Roma Jazz Ensemble, and
Mhm.
Stephen Nikleva, the lead guitarist of the group as well. They welcomed me in the band from the beginning, like in Vancouver since 2012. I've been playing with them, and I played in so many festivals here in Canada and in the US with them, and singing Romani anthem to Roma, like I couldn't feel my legs. I were like wearing Tunisian dress and singing the anthem to to Roma. If I didn't have Lucky and Stephen with me to give me that confidence and that power, I was on the clouds. I didn't really think too much, and I just did it. And after the event, we had those endless nights of playing music and laughing. No one even worried about what language was you speaking. Like,
You just got
it
it.
was a mix, a word in French, a word in English. We get each other perfectly. Like I was speaking to one lady, she became my friend the whole trip. And then at the end of the trip in the airplane, they asked me, by the way, how did you speak to her? She doesn't speak English. I said, like, we were huge fans of uh, Spanish telenovelas, soap operas. So with Spanish words, we found our way. We were communicating perfectly through the
That's
whole trip.
awesome. What a great story. That's great. So the motto is like it's all about the after party with the Roma, and watch out for
Yes.
the 13-year-old. He's going to just like blow your mind.
Yeah.
And the connection between musicians and the ability. It sounds like you had an amazing moment, and thank you so much for sharing that with us here.
Thank you.
I want to hear a little bit about, I love Vancouver. It's our neighbor to the north, and it seems like there's an amazing scene there. And I want to show this video of United East, the organization, and your work there, and then talk a little bit about how we're dealing right now, how you're dealing with with the new normal, but also what you hope for the future. So let's see first United East, Meriem Ben Amor on Sama.
خواستم مثل آسمان باشم، منجی شهر نیمه جان باشم، آشیان پرندگان باشم، با همین دست خالی و سردم نعره برداشتم که ماه آمد، مرد جنگاور سپاه آمد، شگوارای بی کلاه آمد، گرچه یک بیچراغ شب گردم. همچنان با زبان شعر و غزل، همچنان مثل گندلات محل، همچنان هندوان زیر بغل، شور این قصه را در آوردم. با دهانی جریده از فریاد
كم صرخت ودعوت الإله، كم رأيت دخانا ودماء، في ظلام الليل نمت باكيا، في ضياء الصبح قمت شاهدا، فانيت روحي حنينا للسلام.
خواستم مثل آسمان باشم، منجی شهر نیمه جان باشم، آشیانه پرندگان باشم، با همین دست خالی و زدم نعره برداشتم که ماه آمد، مرد جنگاور سپاه آمد، شگوارای بی کلاه آمد، گرچه یک بیچراغ شب گردم.
Meriem Ben Amor. Ansama. That's stunning. That is really, really beautiful work.
Thank you so much.
Tell me more about that. Like, that's a great crowd that's really into it, and other amazing artists from all over the world. You've got a how do I say your playground is full with amazing play collaborators. I don't want to call them playmates. That sounds kind of weird. But you're actually playing together and making amazing music. And there's something about having a city like that and a support system where these types of venues and institutions are available for you to do that. Tell me more.
That is totally true, because it's like a little miracle to have artists from totally different area who never met before. Like for example, Shaheen, I believe he was in UK that time. The lead singer, it was his concert. His name is
Mhm.
Shaheen Najafi. Another artist was coming from France. I'm here from Vancouver, and so we didn't really get a chance to rehearse a lot or anything. So that doubles the amount of rehearsal. So basically, for a few months, I've been writing the lyrics, and I love the song. It's the first time I perform lyrics that I wrote. So I read the lyrics in Farsi, translated them, then wrote in Arabic a dialogue between me and him. And the lyrics actually said, "My soul is melting, seeking for peace." And United East, that's what they were trying to do. They were seeking peace through music. Uh, the project of United East was basically having tech companies helping artists, like software engineers, people who work in different fields, to collaborate with artists to make those kind of events. And they did an amazing job by having those artists from outside Vancouver and to arrange everything in here. The event was produced by Erwin Kashikian, who did an amazing job. He was like available all the time to answer everybody's questions with time difference. That's also something to keep in mind, that
Yeah.
lots of those collaborations, when you are here in Vancouver and other artists are in Europe, not necessarily we can chat or talk easily. So he did an amazing job, like to help gather all the information and to do the rehearsals like nicely and all that. It was very wonderful experience. After that event, I enjoyed the event so much, and I got in touch with the artist, and I have Itamar, the artist who was playing the piano in that concert, uh, like be part of my album as well. He's doing a solo for this Sephardic song La Rosa Inflorece,
Okay.
and I have a featuring with Habib as well on Tunisian song. So it's nice to meet these artists from different backgrounds and genres, and to keep the connection through art, through
Yeah,
more
and
music.
continue to grow. It seems like you're able to you're translating these texts, you're translating these work, and a lot of artists that they play a certain repertoire, and it's great. It's a beautiful repertoire, but that's it. It's the if you're in a village, it's the village music you learn from your father or your mother, and it continues and continues. You're actually taking this and expanding it by being able to have all of these other uh, traditions come in and create something for now, for 2020, for the reality that we're in right now, which is in many ways, as an artist, it's an amazing place to be, because I always use I use alchemical words on it, and yes, it makes me a super hippie, but I am a super hippie. You're actually transmutating this into something else. Do you know what I mean? It's like, lead
Absolutely.
into gold. You're taking all these parts and you're creating something
Absolutely.
that will help people get through the process that they're in right now, as we're trying to figure stuff out. And at the same time, you've got a new record coming out. You've got, we're going to be showing a teaser of a new music video. You are creating. You're not using this time. And some people can't deal. They huddle. But artists such as yourself, I feel, and I'm hearing this from many others, is like, I I need to make, I need to create, I need to create this word. I need to find a way to reflect what's happening to the world at large. So once again, I applaud you. Great job,
Thank you
Meriem
so
Ben
much.
Amor.
Thank you.
Let's hear a track um, that you recorded for Sama right now. This is Makduni, which translates as what?
It's they have not defeated me. That's the word in English. And how the expression is actually, someone is saying that it doesn't defeat me to walk 60 stairs to the sky, but it defeats me to if you tell me like a hurtful word. So that's Tunisian poetry. It's like very dramatic and very, very deep. Uh, this song is the first song of my record for a reason, is because I am born in the 80s, and when I grew up in the 80s, this song was in a very well-known theater play,
Hmm.
and everybody in my parents' generation loved it, and it was on TV all the time, and they talked about it so much. It took me a few months to get the royalty from Tunisia to perform it, and beautiful coincidence that this summer in Tunisia this song is a hit. So there are so many versions of it, and so basically I'm inviting everyone to know what Tunisia's up to and the kind of music we are enjoying 2020. And
Perfect.
this
So
is Carmen Rizzo's touch. It's not the full track, but this is like a special version for Sam. I hope you enjoy.
perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
والله ما كادوني 60 درجة في العلا ما كادوني شوف المحن شوف والله ما كادوني ما كادني كان الكلام يدوني شوف المحن شوف جيت نعم الموج العالي بالتعبية وبهدل حالي والنجوم يغيبوا لو كان نشكي للنجوم يغيبوا شوف المحاين شوف والنجوم يغيبوا والبحر ينشع والصغار يشيبوا شوف المحاين شوف جيت نعوم الموج التاني خداني للي غريق ورماني يا لا يا لا يا لا يا جيت نعوم الموج العالي بالتعبية وبهدل حالي يا لا يا لا يا لا يا
Meriem Ben Amor, Makaduni. That's beautiful, and I could hear Carmen's work in that, and it's stunning. It's going to do well, you know. Congratulations, and the fact that you're making this record right now during this insane time that we're in. But uh, when did you know, Meriem Ben Amor, that it was time to make a record? You know, because it's one thing to dabble. You know, I recently spoke to somebody who asked me like, "Oh, you're doing all this work in music. Are you a musician?" And I was like, "I can't really call myself a musician. You know, I can pick up an instrument and make noise, but to be a musician, to be like, okay, I've got this down to the point where I can actually now it's time to make something out of it." When was that moment for you when you went like from I'm just going to hang back and play to no, it's time for me to sing my song, to tell my story?
There are many beautiful coincidences that happened. The fact that I was always part of a music school or a choir or learning something, after like so many years, you find yourself, okay, I can do this and that. Why not take a next step? There was part of that. Another part is that with the Roma Jazz Ensemble, I was performing more often. Like some people like now know me, and like in some festivals, like I go with the Roma Jazz Ensembles, and it's becoming more frequent. At East is East also, there was like a couple years I was performing 2-3 times a week, and like it started. Okay, I'll sing a song, but then it became a repertoire, and then I know much more music, and then it became a whole journey. And I said, okay, there is a lot in this journey that I want to tell others about. Like I learned this beautiful experience from this beautiful song from my experience with the Turkish choir. I learned this from the Roma. I learned this from school. I learned there is lots of things, and I said, and I start writing lots of my own lyrics and music. But before presenting my own lyrics and my own music, I wanted to present to audience who am I first, like my journey. And that's why I calling even though the name is very common, like the title of the album is Once Upon a Time. Once upon a time, it's a story. It's once upon a time I met this artist. Once upon a time, I've been to that place, or I learned from this guitar player, and it's my journey, and it will present all the kind of the all the genres of music that I enjoy. So I wanted to present what I love and what I know, and then I wanted to see where it's going to take me. If people love this kind of music, if what I'm doing is nice, then I'm going to take the next step and release the original
Hmm.
work. And that's the current discussion with the incredible Carmen Rezo about our next record, the music that we'll be creating together after this. And it was a little bit challenging too, because when I got in touch with Carmen Rezo, it's not like we met and said, "Okay, I have this idea." No, it's this is what we're gonna try to work with. This is my journey. I cannot change much about journey. So there are some challenges sometimes in making a song work, like the sonic palette of the song. What are the instrumentation we're gonna put there? We're gonna do this totally in a different style. We're gonna do it like electronically now. How are we gonna like make this work beautifully together and give it like a fresh feel, because
Hmm.
some of the songs have been performed by so many artists as well. So the journey started. There wasn't a point that I said, okay, now I'm gonna do this. It just came as a the natural end of a big long journey of learning and experiencing performances with different artists.
Beautiful. And so you feel like this is your path now? You feel like,
I believe so.
this is what I'm here to do.
I hope so, yeah. I
Okay.
for sure after meeting Carborizo, that's totally a different step.
Okay.
And even I wasn't sure that time that I wanted to do this. I am more sure than ever that I want to do this, because Carmen gave it just a totally different flavor and inspiration, and it's so fun. It's learning every day. It's he's so deeply into it. Like there is no song that we say, okay, we couldn't work with this, let's try something else. No, there is always more ideas. There is always discussions. There is always we listen to other music. We sleep on it for a few days. We
Hmm.
revisit it. Like it's very interesting experience. And I believe that's even more important than writing music itself, is the energy and how soulful and how everybody's really into what we are doing, and that discipline that things has to be done and thing has to be complete nicely.
I understand.
Lots of other aspects, and the experience with Carbarizo certainly made it
So that
very
was a
clear.
nice catalyst for you. And I'm always interested in catalysts in the context of even what's been going on in the world. Now, you came to Canada in 2008, you said?
Yeah, yes.
So 2 years later, Arab Spring, Tunisia transformed the country and the culture. What was going on in your mind when you were witnessing that happen? If you don't
I
mind
was
talking about it.
witnessing it literally. I was there.
Oh, okay.
And I couldn't leave the country because paperwork, and it was difficult to leave Tunisia. And even after we left, like I had to spend like a night or two in the airport in Germany. It was very difficult time. Um, Witnessing something difficult with family and people we love, it's always easier than witnessing it from far from here and
Hmm.
seeing something wrong is going on in there. Things when you are there, you witness gradually. So you witness and you learn how to deal with the situations at the same time. When you are far, you just hear, and you cannot really, you can there is no journey, there is no learning how to deal with the situation. Just feel very sad, and that's it. But being there for some reason made it easier to understand what was going on.
Interesting.
um, for sure, one of the biggest there is always something positive, unfortunately or fortunately, there is always something positive that comes after every tough
Yeah.
situations. And one of the amazing things that we have in Tunisia is that we have more freedom of speech. Artistically speaking, Tunisia is blooming and booming right now. Lots of plays, music, new
That's what I hear.
artists every day. So that's something very inspiring. Like you think, okay, they are there. you know that the economy is not going to be at its best after a revolution.
Yeah.
But you see all this art and all this wonderful music coming out. You see, okay, if they do it, maybe also as a Tunisian and as an artist, you need also to be part of that and to step up like your music and what you're delivering more. And yeah, I'm following pretty much all artists right now in Tunisia. And
Wow.
I'm
Okay.
so happy and so proud every time I see like more plays. And I talk a lot. I say maybe the word theater a lot, but because really in Tunisia, theater is very important and is well appreciated, and lots of music. And I'm following every step of what's going on in there about
Perfect.
that.
Thank you for
Hopefully, one day we get to be on Tunisian
yeah.
stages.
Yeah. That's always the question is like, can we get back there? And especially such an artist like yourself to go home, wherever home is, and play and share your work would be pretty transformative. Let's hear another track. This is Fouq El Nahel, and this will be on the new record, yes?
Yes.
Okay, let's hear that. Meriem Ben Amor on Sama. Thank you.
فوق النخل فوق يابا فوق النخل فوق ما ندري إلا ما خدك يابا ما ادري القمر فوق والله ما اريده باليني بلوى والله ما اريده باليني بلوى ولك يا مجرى مي بالله سلم عليكم صعبان الفرقة علي والله اشتقنا ليكم والله ما اريده باليني بلوى والله ما اريده باليني بلوى والله والله باليني بلوى والله والله باليني بلوى والله ما اريده باليني بلوى
Meriem Ben Amor on Sama. Thank you so much. That was beautiful. Tell me what the song is about.
Thank you. So the song is originally from Kuwaiti Iraqi artists.
Mhm.
The reason I chose this song is because sama sacred music, and we tend always to think about sacred music as it's religious music or church music, but this song is actually in the Phrygian dominant scale, and the Phrygian dominant scale, for some reason, it's used in so many religions as a prayer scale. So without adding any religion or any lyrics to the scale itself, they chose it for that. So it means it's already touching people's souls before adding the lyrics to it. And I remember we had a grandparent in the family when we play guitar going up and down the dominant scale, and she said, "Oh, I love that song." You see, it's not the song, it's just the scale, but
Hmm.
it's one of my favorite scales, and I'm happy that in this record we have a couple songs in it, and I feel the notes of this kind of music really touches my heart. So I thought this scale has to be in Sama today.
Perfect. No, it's perfect, and it's exactly the intention behind this, because this music, even to your relative, it's like you don't even need to sing a song. You just have to actually create these tones, these vibrations, and they create an opportunity for your heart to be lifted, for your soul to
Exactly.
be
Yeah.
just, and specifically at times when things are difficult and challenging, whether it is going through, a revolution, or whether it's going through a pandemic. These are times for change, and change is good, and change is hard, and real change, and we addressed this before, real change isn't, it's not easy. It's not going to the beach and coming out and going like, oh, I've changed. It's a process, and you have to,
It is.
and whatever you can have around you to help you with that, to help you, to guide you, but also to just make the transformation a little easier. I always often use the metaphor of a chrysalis. If you saw what was going on to that caterpillar inside the chrysalis, it would be terrifying, because before I shared the story with my daughters. It was just like, it's a mess in there before the beautiful wings and the
Oh,
butterfly comes out. And whatever you can help, whatever you have around you that can help you go through that just a little bit easier, not too easy, because it's never supposed to be easy. It can really guide you to the next part in your life. And I find the music that you're making with Carmen, and the music that you're going to be making in the future, uh, fit that perfectly. And so thank you for making it. Thank you for finding,
thank you.
your own transformative moment to actually create this music and continue it, and share it with your community in Vancouver, and hopefully your community in Tunisia, and then community all over the world. And thanks for being here. So,
Thank
yeah,
you.
you right on.
Thank you so much.
So we have a video right now. This is a teaser, which is going to be coming up for the new record. When is the new record coming out? New videos. Give us more information about that, so people that have been watching you are like, I want this. When could they get it? Where, etc. Of course, you'll be on all the streaming platforms, etc. But you can't make
Correct.
any real money doing that. So I want people to be able to download your record, because it sounds better that way. People, especially on something like Bandcamp, you can actually download AIF and WAV files. Go with the AIF because you get the meta information. So this is, you can follow, you can keep the song on different platforms, and what's really going on there. And artists can continue to be supported throughout this whole process, because we are in a danger of losing stages and artists not being able to continue to perform. So, Meriem, tell us more about the record.
So the record is coming out end of October.
Hmm.
I invite everyone who's watching us to follow us on social media, because we'll be releasing little clips. We'll be releasing like some ideas about this journey. After that, we are planning, of course, to stream it on few radios, and to have it on all digital platforms. There will be also a music video of one of the singles that we released, La Rosa in Floresi. The music video will be released probably in November.
Hmm.
And today I have the teaser, and the teaser has also a little story behind it. This is my introduction to Carmen Rizzo. So the day I said, okay, I'm sure this wonderful artist is busy all the time. He's the producer of my dreams. One day I need to to get brave enough to contact him and to tell him about this project. And I did, and I sent him this nani little thing. It was an a cappella back then. There was no music in the background, just my voice singing nani nani. I said, here is my voice. This is the kind of style of music I would love to create, and I would love to have a record with you. And he just replied in like next morning, like less than 24 hours ago. Oh yeah, please give me a call and let's chat about it. And
Awesome.
that's how it all started, from this little
Oh, it's a dream.
Sephardic lullaby.
Beautiful. Let's see it.
Nani 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 kerelecho elicho della madre de chico se haga grande. Eu dormite mi alma e tu padre con mucha alegría, 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 alegría.
¿Qué te ocurre? Te ves muy triste.
Sí, lo estoy, pero es una larga historia.
Cuéntame, cuéntamelo todo.
Ah, a little bit of that Spanish telenovela energy I see there.
You got it.
Yes, the circle. I see the circle. Perfect. That is gorgeous, gorgeous. I am
It
so
was.
looking forward to the record. I'm looking forward to the video. Really smart and beautiful. And thank you for sharing, Meriem Ben Amor. I look forward to having you back on, and I look forward to seeing you on the stages once we get to whatever the new reality is going to be, and sharing your music, sharing your stories. Massive success. Thanks for being here, and thanks for
Thank you so
continuing to
much.
create beautiful work. This is beautiful. Shukran.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
This is Sama, Sales Circuit Music and Art. So we are doing a benefit, a soft benefit. All proceeds that our friends at liveconcertstreams.com have helped us put together are going to Red Cross Lebanon right now. We have a goal of $750. We need a little bit more to meet that goal, if you can. And we will be on next Thursday. We're going to be part of Global Music Month. We're going to have Kiran Akhlawalia and Reza Abbasi. Then we're going to have Luca Komuro of Juju Sounds and Khalia Benali coming up a little bit, also from Tunisia, and then from our first live stream directly from Timbuktu with Ala Bilali Sudan from Mali. And thank you for being here once again, Meriem Ben Amor. I want to thank everybody for helping putting this together, STG and everybody else. This is Sama, Sales Circuit Music and Art. Be safe, be well, and we'll see you soon.